Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And you know, I'm a couple minutes late because I had an extra burger. You know, Memorial Day weekend. I mean, you would have too. You gotta have one more burger. If you had two, you gotta have three. If you had three, you gotta have four. How many burgers did you have? I tell you what, baby. I tell you what. Let me shut this down over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I'm out here with the camels, hanging out, having a blast. You can see they're always out there hanging. You know, we're chilling. I was just sleeping there, you know, on the couch over here. But we're going to have a good day. Let's get it going. You know, woke up from my nap. Think I'm ready to go. Let's put, you know, our best foot forward. If I can get some lemon out of here, I don't think I can. I got a little bit left. Yeah, I got a little bit left. Let's put a little bit lemon into the water here. Ooh, that's good. And, yes, stay hydrated. Shout out to John. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get that music back up and running. It's like I'm naked without my music. Sorry, don't blast your ears. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. You're the funniest dude in the world. What did he say? He said, coming to you from sunny Florida, the Palm Coast, from the mansion on the lake, the hottest man with the plan, the Crypto Lifer Show. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Crypto Maniac in the house. Crypto Bellico. Casper Coin Pampin. Crypto Billy. GF Burke. Ryan S. Redman. Bang, bang, bang. And Wes Saldivar. My man Wes, we love you. We appreciate you, brother. Shout out to all the beautiful people here. Crypto Maniac 1776. Casper Maxi in the house. Difficulty up 75% since the all-time high. Price follows difficulty. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And I tell you what, I'm thirsty. I've been drinking water all day long. Out here, you sweat without even knowing what you're doing. But let's take a look at BOOKMAP just to start off. BOOKMAP has a lot of liquidity above us. Still got the stubborn guy down here at 66,000. Let's hope he's just a bugger. And we smooth move all the way back up to $73,000. But let's see. But we do have way more liquidity above us. Even just the close range liquidity. You know, if we had to, put our finger on it, put a bet on it here, just based off the idea of BOOKMAP, which has been pretty good probability-wise. But I like what BOOKMAP is showing. BOOKMAP, positions liquidity with high probability to go to at least about $71,000, $71.40. Is that guaranteed? Nothing is guaranteed in trading. Nothing's guaranteed in life, and trading is part of life. So how can it be guaranteed? That's what people don't realize. They think things could be guaranteed, but this is life where nothing's guaranteed, and you're doing something that is inside of life. Aha. That's where it all comes down. But shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. We love you. We appreciate your awesome viewership and your most precious asset, which is your time. Thank you so much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. This morning, I was overly bullish for Bitcoin, talking out the face of how bullish I was. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. I want to see a move to the upside. We got a pump. A pullback. Another beautiful pump just about an hour ago for Bitcoin. And as we get into the daily close, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. For Bitcoin, we're going to have some fun. We'll probably get back into this idea here. It also was a shoulder, head, and possible right shoulder if we didn't get the breakout. I talked about it I'd say a half an hour, 20 minutes before the pump, maybe even closer. I kind of put an update to my trading group, was giving updates all day on this beautiful Memorial Day. I know some people are out with their family, took the weekend off, or even Friday off to be here on the weekend, and they're just hanging out. I was asking people, how many burgers did you eat? I had so many burgers. I had 4 burgers. I really did. I shouldn't say that. It's kind of gluttonous, man. I shouldn't have eaten that many burgers, but I just love the taste of burgers, and it just didn't stop for me. My wife was like, do you want another one? I'm like, yeah, I'll eat another one. Like, it is what it is. So we started the day, 2:41 p.m., getting that little bounce off this falling wedge back to the upside of the, beautiful little trend line. But what I looked at later on was, could this make a right shoulder, Then the 15-minute boomed out. We made a little flag. Can we continue to the upside is what I want to see. Oversold stochastics tells you we may chill out, though, you see. And that's what we did. We had to reset the Stokes, and we made this beautiful flag. And then we double bottomed in the stochastics inside the flag. And then bang. And I said the flag on the 50-minute should break out, or we're making a right shoulder. So, we could have just continued to dump here, or we got to break out. But the flag looked like it was going to break out based on the stochastics. And the stochastics came through true, and boom, it was the 1 hour and the 15-minute. I mean, both of them, but the 15-minute looked beautiful to the upside with that double bottom stochastic. Anyway, and these are the things that you get an update to. So look, that update went out at, let's see, 6:30 and 7:15. That thing was booming, right? So, and I show you the trade that I'm in right now that is still up and cooking. And we're going to talk about that right now too. This trade is the long-term trade here. Up 395 USD. It's on the USD pair. 14x leverage with about $2,000. We'll see where this goes. But right now we're up 20%, about $400 cooking on that to racks, about a 0.39 BTC trade here on MEXC. We want to see this turn into a little bit of a flag and make a move to the upside. That's what we're looking for here for Bitcoin. We're going to get into that and talk about it in a second. And I got a lot planned out for the show. But first, a word from our sponsors. No, I'm just joking. Hi, my name is Sam Price, and our greatest sponsor of all here is the Crypto Lifer cryptolifer.com. Go to cryptolifer.com, check them out. I can't. But check out cryptolifer.com. Join the trading group today. Get an education, unlock financial freedom, and just, hang out with like-minded people. Be able to get things off your chest about crypto you never had before, if anything else. But, get an education where you can learn how to trade any market in the world, not just cryptocurrency. This is trading, a $99 trading group. So jump on in, learn how to trade, take that education. You'll remember me for the rest of your life for the things that I showed you. You'll be able to replicate and learn. Watch the stream, all the time. And the stream will teach you so much. Put your email address, hit consent, and we will see you and send you our weekly newsletter, all right, every single week. So check that out too as well. I'd love to have you as part of our inner circle if you'd like to come on in. I'd appreciate it. Okay, enough about that. Let's get back in to BTC. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. On the daily. I said it again. I'm going to just say just on the daily. So Bitcoin, we had 3 red days. Things were looking horrible, but there was a beautiful wick on that 3rd red day. We bounced off this moving average, I guess, the day. That's the 80 on the day, which is interesting. And then we closed the kind of in, what looks like an indecision doji, but more of a bullish pin bar. Why? Because the wick was bigger than that, which is a reversal pin bar doji to the upside, this candle. And then these candles also closed together, which is called a reversal tweezer bottom. Some call them, I call them tweezer bottoms, right? Wick. And so let's take a look. So our second today, we opened at 68,549. The high was 69,610 even. The low was 68,500 even. The candle closed at 69,290, 57 cents, up $740, up 1.08%. So the candle closed green, up 1%. Nothing to write home about, but it wasn't a bearish candle. And it also suggests that this could be a little bit of a little bit of a flag here. I'll talk like Ivan on tech. A little bit of a flag. No, I'm just a little bit of a flag here further to the upside, though. All right. And you can see how we bounced really nicely and wicked off of the previous support or resistance. And if I bring it all in here, I believe it should change. Yeah, right there to the point of control. So that's the POC. You lose the POC, you come right back down, likely to this chunk. So you're looking at a move to 62,000. This would be this little area here, these 2 levels you'd be thinking the daily would come down to. But that's strong for the daily. And everyone said, but we're overbought. Yeah, but you can come down in here and curve now. And what I told everybody was, there was a time in Bitcoin's life cycle where it just stayed here on the daily, right here. I always remember it. And it might do something like this here, where it just stays high. And what I did was, at that point, I flipped to the 22, and the 22 in that point was, making sure it was hitting the downward times every time. And so here you are with the 22 doing the similar thing, and it's like, I can use that old sage knowledge from my trading days. And so far it is a breakout. We'll see what happens with this 22. It doesn't mean just because that's red we're going to go down, but something that, but so far this should be a breakout. The Stokes are pointing out, and we want to see a move to the upside. We want to see a breakout. Technically, a smaller breakout would just be this. Should give us a new all-time high, about 73,000. And then the bigger idea was we would take this whole leg, and that would put us somewhere at 78,000, right? Somewhere by maybe May to the end of May. Wow, 3 days. Could we go to all-time highs by the end of May? And that's a pretty cool idea to think about. And we'll start a poll there with all you awesome people here. Again, we know nothing but the factor of ignorance, but just for fun. All right. Do we break all-time highs before the end of May? It looks like we could. I don't want to speculate yes or no. I guess I'd have to say yes or no at this point. The charts, I'll throw in yes just for fun. But who knows, Do we break all-time highs before the end of May? Just want to see what people say. I guess my lifers, the way I taught my lifers, they can't answer this. They have to be like, I don't know. Right? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. but we'll see. We'll see. Already got 50 votes. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for engaging. That's like, that means the world to me. So let's take a look at the 8-hour time frame and the daily. Previous support was resistance. So we know if we lose 67,250, we're going to come back and tussle the 200 SMA. We're going to come tussle 65.5. And then if we lose that, we're coming back down to 64,000. So we all know this. That's the story. If we don't, we continue to the upside. We go to the measured move of the first level here. And we come and we basically break all-time highs. And then we go and we, either continue up a little more and get frothy and do a bounce off this high here now. Use that as support. So the 8 hours suggests more to the upside, right? And I talked about it this morning. Remember, I was like hidden bullish divergence, low stochastics. I was like, I just see bullishness to the upside. And since we were live, about 10 hours ago, it's not amazing, but we are up further than we were, right? Right. We know nothing but the fact of our own ignorance. Amen. Shout out to Gas Bitcoin Pampin in the house. Amen. 131 votes. 61% say yes. And keep it going. We'll keep that vote open until near the end of the stream here. All right. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on it. It's Memorial Day. A lot of people traveling, a lot of people with family, a lot of people going to be away from the computer, especially at night right now. There's a lot of people on a campfire, go camping. They get away. Shout out to everyone with their families. I did spend the whole day with my kids hanging out, just to make it clear. Now my daughter's with her daughter and they're watching some kids movie. I should know what they're watching, right? My wife knows though, and that's what's important. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you want to jump on into the trading group link right here, if you want to get into Blowfin, we have a link right here to Blowfin. Great trading environment. Check out Blowfin today. All right. And iTrust Capital, man. We love iTrust Capital. Thank you for always being here for us and supporting the channel. iTrust Capital is a channel sponsor for a long time now, and you can buy and sell cryptocurrency, gold and silver with your IRA. 365 days a year, right? Build yourself a retirement portfolio that means something. For me, I like Bitcoin personally long-term. Even Solana I think is awesome, but I'm still swing trading it for the long term. But Bitcoin's something I'll hold 20 years, right? I've convinced right now that 20 years will still be an amazing thing to have Bitcoin for the long term. But we'll see what happens over time. You never know. But right now I'm committed to a 20-year hold, and I believe in Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But iTrust Capital, the place to be here. Check out how you could have an IRA here with iTrust Capital 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You'll be able to purchase Bitcoin inside too. Get access to those low prices on the weekends that you can't get in an ETF. Anyway, back to the channel. So 4-hour time frame is overbought as well. All right. And it's coming to this like previous support as resistance level. Bounce, resistance. It's not an exact line, but you can see it's a range, and we're playing with the range right now. We may make a right shoulder here. We may get rejected. It would be nice if we flipped and continued further to the upside. Let's look at my 2-hour. The 2-hour says it wants to dump on us. So the 2-hour would have to do something interesting and just break out of this. Honestly, when I clean it up a little bit, it looks more... It's got some almost ascending triangle vibes. It's got that hybrid vibe, but I mean, the way this is forming looks like it should break out, but the way the Stokes are just too high, they say we have to dump. So the 2-hour Stokes are not in our favor at all. 1-hour Stokes don't look too bad, but they're pointing down for the moment. And this kind of has a shoulder, head, shoulder, right shoulder vibe. So things were looking bullish. We got the pump. It looked interesting, but it is Saturday night, low volume. And now we're getting a bit of a dump for BTC, right? And if we shrink this down, now we can begin to build, but regrettably, because it's not one of my favorite patterns. But I mean, we can short it. But it's a symmetrical triangle, right? And we're looking at the 15-minute time frame. It's been serving us well. But today, I mean, earlier we broke out on one of these, and it was pretty bearish. Gotta get you going. Yeah, I don't want to use price label. I want to use price note. They're so close, but one's just bigger and more, you know. You could make them both probably big and the same, though. So there we have it. Do we break out to 70K? Do we dump down to 68,000? That's kind of what we're looking at here for Bitcoin. Got some levels to watch right there. Michael, a little lower, even down to 68,200. That's like my next lower level. So here we are for BTC, looking somewhat bearish, kind of scraggly. Some bearish div there. Eh, not really though. That's what I was saying before. So can we get the bounce here? I'm bullish on Bitcoin. What we want to see tonight is some consolidation. And boom, get that explosion up. So that's what we're looking for here for Bitcoin. Otherwise, you get the bearish retest, take her down. So if you get a candle to close below this point of control here, it's 69,100. Like you get a candle at like 68,900, 68,850. That would tell me that we were likely going to short down the 68,250. But if you stay inside this beautiful, you draw this and you stay inside this beautiful candle, I mean, this could be the perfect long right here with a stop loss right below here. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But the idea is I'm already in this trade. So, like, I'm in at a different place. I'm already up. But the idea is to get in now, stop loss right around these areas that, you know, 68.9, 68.8, and going for 70,000, right? And boom, that's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. That thing pays the bills if it hits, you know. Anyway. Those are my ideas for BTC, and I'm just kind of showing you what we're looking at here for Bitcoin. And from that daily close where we're at on Saturday night. Sorry. Woo! I love each and every one of you. I'm trying to make Crypto Billy laugh if he's out there. I reminisce. Shout out to Jennifer Moffitt. We love you. I usually wait for a breakout of symmetrical triangles, then trade against it. It works out a lot. That's interesting. Okay. Shout out to David Roy. Let's get it. Let's get it. Saturday Night Live's on the live, baby. Shout out to Lifer Adam in the house. Shout out to all the awesome lifers. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. All right. We break down, we make a retest, we drop to 68.8. We get tight, we boom up to 70,000, and the dream continues. All right. And we pick up from there. So blessings to everyone that's kicking with me. I'm in alone. Let's see what happens. Does Sammy get knocked down? Does Sammy win? And do we continue further to the upside? Only time will tell on Crypto Tales with Crypto Billy. Shout out to GF Burke in the house. Shout out to Bellico. Jamal Antonio in the house. Jamal, I love you. We got to chill. I don't want to bore you with all my boxes and stuff. I appreciate you were ready to come, so I apologize if I wasted any of your time. But I was overwhelmed too as well. But I just took it one day at a time. And one day I had a couple people help me, and that was all I needed. And we were up and running, ready to rock. But I love you. I just want to let you know I love you. You're the man. God bless you. Maeve, we're still early. We are early. Shout out to Andrew D. We are still so early in the house. 69,199, holding it down. How many people are holding it down with Maneki? Is Maneki holding it down? Maneki got the rounded top. Maneki may want to dump on us. Maneki, no. Maneki, no. What kind of name is Maneki? But we don't know. We're Americans. It means the mysterious cat. if I'm correct. But I don't even know what I'm saying, so correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to ever disrespect anybody's culture. With Maneki. Shout out to Maneki. Thank you for Maneki. I appreciate the Maneki call. So Maneki's in this beautiful cup and handle. Looks like it may just have to come on down a little bit. Sammy cup and handle back to that 6 Juanita. She didn't meet her. Okay, so here we go. You know, and Maneki still looks good to me. If it could ever be purchased down at 1-1 would be amazing. There's a chance it bounces and it actually makes, you know, one of these here and it just continues to rip. Only time will tell for Maneki. And we'll be here waiting to tell you every single day I am here. So we'll take a right and right click this and leave an alert here for Maneki. And when a Maneki hits, I'll let you know what Maneki's doing. Maneki don't get red. Maneki don't get red. Yeah, and we started putting out Maneki right here when it bottomed out on Mexi, which is kind of crazy. So I just was kind of tripped over it. Was able to find it, give it out there. And now I'm kind of liking it more than ever. Maneki, baby. I want to see Maneki dance with me. Dance with me, Maneki, dance. They got heavy money to promote too, says my man. Yeah, possible, yeah. Juanita brought the margarita. Serve me fajitas with some cojita. Please believe you. Shout out to Paul Wood, man. Well done, Paul. Well done. Points for Paul for nailing out that rhyme pretty fast on that keyboard, man. All right. Let's take a look at our baby Ethereum. Everyone's wondering what's happened with ETH. Is it going to continue to pump? Is it going to continue to dump? What's happening with Ethereum? What did I say? Did I say something funny? Oh, Ethereum. So let's take a look. I mean, on that 7-minute, we do have what looks to me, you know, it's playing that game. I mean, that looks exactly like a diamond. That is a diamond, my man. Right, it just has that diamond vibe, in the diamond, out the diamond, back to the downside. But I mean, that would put, if it was a diamond, you could talk back to $3,000. But it kind of be like a Bart Simpson too. Anyway, we're not going to get into that right now. We are going to get into that, but like we're going to get into the bigger time frame first and then move our way in. So we're going to spend a little more time on Ethereum for the next few weeks, just with what's happening and what's going on. We're going to see it decouple, talk about it, see what's happening with altcoins, and kind of break down the beginnings, if we do see them, of what could be some altcoin seasons, or just even some light little tones inside and out of Bitcoin pump. We may not get whole altcoin seasons like last time. We may just get like these little moments after Bitcoin makes a pump, or because Bitcoin's pretty big now, right? Ondo will get you a condo, bang, 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 right? Casper will get you a castle. Stay positive with all the take hits. We all lose, but it's all about how you move with the losses. Make things happen from there. Life will never be perfect, but you can make it life perfect, blessed. Shout out to Jay Baker, man. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you for your constant viewership and your love and support, man. Hey, God bless you, brother. Thank you so much, Ernest Lee, for the 10 crypto memberships. We appreciate you, Ernest. Thank you so much. And everyone jump on in. Check it out. Ernest Lee, who has an awesome practice. If you want to jump into decrypted.tax/lifer and check out what's happening there at decrypted.tax. And you can obviously see it's crypto taxes or taxes just even without cryptocurrency. But you can get a free consultation today, 25% off by being a lifer. And we thank you so much for the channel sponsorship from decrypted.tax. Very, very nice. Ernest Lee also giving 10 crypto memberships to the crypto lifers. Thank you very, very much. That's very, very nice of you. Awesome. Pretty cool. Anyway, I like the colors. So Bitcoin getting a bit of a dumpy to the downside. Do we dump? got some like head and shoulder vibe to it. Kind of, even though this wasn't a bearish div, it looks like exactly like bearish divergence. So maybe on one time frame it must have been. Even on the 15-minute it isn't. Maybe the 7-minute shows a longer one. Like, I guess from here to you could say that kind of rolls down, but that rolls up. But you could say it had played out already and got a bit of a bounce. 7-minute starting to get oversold too. So watch the 7-minute. If the 7-minute loses the 200 SMA, then we short. There you go, right? If the 7-minute doesn't, we stay tight, then longs stay open or we add to the longs. And so the 7-minute also is going to show us whether we get a nice tight move inside the channel or we lose. I would watch the 7-minute closely. We're going to keep that cooking and come back to that throughout the show. Back up here to Ethereum on the weekly, and we can see what's happening now as Ethereum wants to find some type of support, and it definitely did. And we'll take an impulse move here on that Fibonacci, and you can see that we wicked right off the golden pocket and even got some candle closure on there and got a bounce back to the upside. Very bullish for Ethereum. I like to see that for Ethereum. I like to see that for Ethereum. It's pretty good. Also, previous resistance. We bounce on that candle. It's a 618 golden pocket from this impulse back down, which is a beautiful, healthy retracement. Tells you just to get in right there at 2,800. You're up already about $1,000 on Ethereum on the move. So now Ethereum may pull back. Let's take a look at our weekly. Our weekly is just getting started for a massive move. And you would go basically this leg to the upside. You would hope you could go bigger, but that's kind of what I've seen in my lifetime. And that suggests maybe, $5,600 Ethereum somewhere into September, right? Maybe it comes earlier. You never know. I'm not pretty good at exactly the timing on these. It could come somewhere maybe in August. But it definitely says we get a pump here for Ethereum to the upside based on what I've seen in my life. It's a bull flag breakout unless that's some type of trap and it gets pulled back in. I mean, daily is pretty overbought, and now we'll flip on those moving averages. We're a little far away from the 21. So it looks like we may just get some sideways price action here for Ethereum. Go one of three ways. It could end up kind of coming down. It could even go further up as it goes sideways, or it could go, we don't know exactly how it's going to flag. I just drew all three, right? It's going to take a path of one of these, and we'll erase the other two. It's either going to go sideways, and the 21 is going to come into price action. So it's unlikely I see a huge pump for Ethereum anytime soon. It's more likely we go sideways or to the downside to cater to the 21, and then we can get a move to the upside. Probably makes no sense to you if you've never seen me or you don't know what I'm talking about, but that's okay. We're looking for price action to interact here with the 21-day moving average. Wherever it does, however it does, is going to be the catalyst for our next move further to the upside for Ethereum. Then it could break above this resistance here that is kind of hitting at $4,000. The daily's a little sketch right now. The 8-hour could kind of hang out. We could go a little lower too and start to, double bottom maybe on the stochastic. So we have some time, and it looks like we may have a little more downward or sideways pressure, in my humble opinion, for Ethereum. I want to take a look at how the DXY ended there on the week and what it's doing. So yeah, I'd like to see it make a right, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, and dump to the downside. Never break back above this high. Starting to form some type of falling wedge and curving there. 3-day is also getting more oversold and bounced off the 200 MA. We wanted to see it lose the 200 MA. 5-day though still shows signs, but kind of curving there too with a higher low. And the weekly seems to just be getting started with a dump. We want to see this continue further to the downside. We want to watch this trend line break and watch this thing really, really mow down at least to 99 again. The daily looks a little bearish right now, so we're looking, let's watch this closely, but what we really want to see is we want to see the daily break the 200 MA and go further to the downside. Hate to be so bearish on the USD. I love my country, but I just want to see, for BTC, this got to break that 200 MA. So in the next 2-3 days, let's watch how these candles close, but we would like to see this break and come back down. Have this daily drop to the downside here for the DXY. It's okay, dumped it all on AVAX. Shout out to Rebecca Core. Shout out to everybody here. How's Cass looking, bro? Up 50K on MYRO. Wow. And I talked about MYRO being in the sweet spot. A lot of people might or may not have listened to me, but, you know, I went over it and said, that's your accumulation zone right there. You're in between the 786 and the 618, and that's it. I mean, you get in. MYRO was 15 cents. It's now back up to 26 cents. MYRO getting a move. You know, so I see MYRO headed back to 52 cents for a gain of 210%. It's already made a gain since beginning there at about 79% for MYRO. So MYRO is one of our favorite coins. We started trading it in the trading group around 2 cents. If you remember correctly, jumped on into MYRO, heard its name. It kind of got that funny. Once you get that connection, you get that strong feeling. But I've had a strong feeling for MYRO for a long time. But it's funny look how many times we've swung trade, talked about MYRO, 318, right? 311, 25, the next target, back on 3.3. It's just crazy. Watch MYRO to rip for a move here where it hadn't even hit like 20 cents yet. We like MYRO. You can see I traded MYRO a lot. Wow, we traded like MYRO to the point of no return. Here I am in January at 17 cents. Wow, MYRO's been around. I'm trying to see when I first talked about it. So there you can see, I said I'm up nice already, and I got in at about like what? That's now, I remember getting in at 2 cents, and that thing ripped up to dang near 6 cents, right? And even from that move, but bang, 46, I'm up nice in this coin, MYRO, man. And then we started kind of continuing to track its progress. It got listed on KuCoin back basically the day after Christmas. Pretty interesting. Anyway, so if you're in the trading group, I'm always finding new coins, and then I'm watching them like a hawk, and then I'm finding ways to get into them. Other people just find them. I find ways to get in and know the best places to you know. So not only do I find them, but I also know through my technical analysis kind of how to accumulate where and when and how. And like I'm telling you, the 618 Fibonacci's are always there for you. You'd already be up. Look, had you just trusted a Fibonacci, you'd be up somewhere 79 to 80% in this coin. Like that's how gains are made. But you gotta, I wait for my models to play out and then take advantage of the model. You check out when MYRO's sister. Oh, don't do that to me. When I need a, I need a win. Please check out Trump and JJ. No, please not. Thank you. I got to move on. Okay, so MYRO looking hot, though. Thank you so much for the love, everybody. We appreciate you. Thoughts on 1 inch Omar Lopez? It's been a long time since I've looked at 1 inch. Used to really like this coin. Was all about it, really. It just, I don't know, it underperformed at one point. I mean, it did okay, but it just, you know, never seemed to really do or become what I thought it was going to be. And not enough people really cared about it, too. And it never got enough marketing. And nobody really gave a dang, honestly. Compared to the rest of the market, too, 1 inch is really like, you know, it basically, I mean, it went from, almost everything did a 3x. It went from 20, even if it was a lame coin, it went from 20 to 69. That's why I couldn't believe Caspa. Caspa could barely even do that. Like, you know, and that's when I knew we had a problem. And that's why I cut Caspa off, because it couldn't even perform as good as like the lowest performing coins. And that's when I was like, whoa, like there's something here. Anyway, 1 inch just seems to have been beaten to the ground. Nobody talks about it, nobody uses it, nobody cares. All right. I'm sorry, that's just the facts. I like it. I believed it was an awesome protocol. It worked really good. Good staking, good rewards, a lot of things that you're looking for. And I don't mind it. I still think it's awesome. I don't use it much anymore because I've forgotten about it. Like, I don't know about it. It doesn't come up in my mind. And I think you also get blocked, right? You need VPNs and all that stuff. So I think that also kind of threw out a lot of people off when that happened. But it does have like that shoulder, head, right shoulder. I call it the Morpheus inverted head and shoulder because I saw it when I traded Morpheus. and really stuck to it. But that's a cup and handle. Looks like it could get to about 88 cents, 88.77. You saw that flash? That's funny. But there you go. That's kind of where we're looking at right here. You can duplicate anything by holding control. I just held control so I could use this again and grab it up. Like say I wanted another one of these. I hit control, grab it right out. Anyway, I do see 1 inch making a move on the weekly. But I just think there's so many better plays out there. Like if I'm going to buy 1 inch, I might as well buy Bitcoin. But you know, maybe it outperforms. There's possibly 100% gains on the weekly there. And it might take some time though. I don't like it though. It's not my trade. I probably won't take it. But I'm not saying the TA won't play out. I'm just showing you. That's why I'm trying to tell you. My technical analysis is not always just my idea. It's just what I see happening through technical analysis. It's just what the geometrical movements depict the way we could possibly move. Because price action can't do whatever it wants. It has to move geometrically the way it wants to move. You understand? It can't just say, oh, I'm going to up and just pump. It has to make a cup and handle, hit a 618. It's crazy. Like, it has to find the technical. That's why technical analysis actually works. It's the way it works. All right. Yeah, Casper's just like whatever's, man. Like Casper, I'm sorry. Bitcoin will never trade below 16. You're so funny, man. I love you. This guy's hilarious. Bitcoin will never trade below 69,160 ever again in our life. Yeah, I know. You're funny, man. I reload on dot myself. You did. Interesting. Boston accent over here. And everybody fiending for Turbo. Turbo just got an amazing move. I like my ETH on. I like my Andy on Blast, man. I really do. I really, really like my Andy on Blast. I think it's going to do numbers. Use Meson.fi to bridge over to Blast and you're ready to rock. Interesting times to be alive. Cup and handle there for Andy on Blast too as well. I hope I'm not looking at Andy on ETH and they're taking it from you because it is Andy. Yeah, but it's wrapped ETH on Thruster. That should be on Blast, but I can't. Yeah, they're on Blast, yeah. I love this coin. I picked it out way back in the day. It would be nice if it served me right. Somewhat of a cup and handle here. Again, it's a meme. Utility could go to absolute zero. I don't love it like that. Let's be honest. That's just... I shouldn't even say I love it because it makes me sound like a complete clown. But you know what I'm interested in Andy on Blast. I believe of all the coins, Andy on Blast can do numbers. And Blast hasn't gotten that like, you know, oh my God, it's Blast. But Blast is hot. And it's a new, you know, another new chain that could do numbers. This guy thought it was hot. $5,000 on Andy on Blast an hour and 58 minutes ago. Remember we all got it. I don't know we all, but I got into Brett back in the day when Brett first came out. Did a dump, is trying to bring its move back to the upside there for Brett. Brett on base, baby. Broke that beautiful falling wedge, you know. And going for the next leg up for Brett. This thing looks like it could definitely go for the $1 billion market cap and some. So only time could tell. We'll see what happens. But, you know, base, I believe, it hasn't even started yet. I think we're so early on what's going to happen to base. I think we just need to chill. And you guys, you know, anyway. But only time will tell. But base is hot. So, again, a meme coin though. Just be very careful. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. So we just want to get this bounce. Bitcoin can struggle. It can play games. We just want this 7-minute to make a falling wedge flag and then break on out. Just like the 15-minute broke out today and get that move to the upside. All right. So boom, boom, boom. Boys Club on base. Yeah, you want the whole club. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. You might want to do your homework on the creator of Turbo. Great story. I think Turbo's amazing. I did my homework on the creator of Turbo. I talked about it earlier today. I actually watched the whole documentary on him twice. Fell asleep watching it one day and rewatched it. It blew my mind. Oh man, your hair looks beautiful. I love you. I love you so much. You're so beautiful. I love you. I love you too. Man, they got Turbo on Blast now? I might buy Turbo on Blast. I think, I don't know, it could be a shakeout, you know? Oh wow. That's the problem too, like people will just, but here's the real Turbo. Down a little bit today, but wow, it did numbers. I mean, look at that explosive move to the upside. That's crazy. Crazy. We were just looking at it and it made that, like, I mean, you got to hand it to it. Since May, it's up 8x. You got to love it. Right now, it's holding about like a 6x. Beautiful move. So 25 days, 6x your money. And still looks like it actually might get kind of green here. We'll see what happens with Turbo. It's looking a little weird. See if it can get above this, you know, resistance and use it as support. And again, it's a meme. Like, you just jump in and decide if you're part of it or not. That's how I look at a meme. I do a little bit of, you know, TA, and I may try to get into the pullback, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a meme. So don't be surprised if Bitcoin loses this and we take a nasty dump all the way back down to 68,000. Could very, very well happen for sure. So just be careful with BTC tonight. You never know. I'd love to see this trend line hold. Watch it for fun if you want. Watch it, you know. Or if you have the guts like me, you play it. But the weekend trading is tough. And that's why I usually use a bigger time frame, have a wider range, so I can't get picked apart on a smaller time frame. All right. Pepe doing numbers back to at 15. You got to love it. All-time high for Pepe. Continuing to rip. Pepe actually looks like it may do some numbers tonight out of this flag. I would watch for Pepe for a move to the upside here. Pepe could pump all the way up to possibly, I'd say, I don't know, 1703. 17263. Watch out. Pepe is like the hottest thing since sliced bread right now. Pepe is like burgers at Memorial Day. Pepe is hot right now. Okay? Like all the other coins are burnt burgers. Pepe's the nicest, cleanest burger on the platter. You want it. You want to eat it. Everyone's going to take it. Possibly could move another 13% gains for Pepe. Just watching it closely. All right. Shout out to everyone who jumped into Ondo when I screamed and yelled about it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Ondo did the dolphin dip back to the 200 SMA. You know, some symmetrical triangles. I mean, ascending can't break down. But then it made a bit of a flag like this. I didn't see the flag. I'm not saying that. It did dolphin dip on my pattern. But it came back to the 200 SMA and made a flag. I'm still in it. That was the initial entry anyway. Ondo continuing to rip and headed to the target. You know, and I've been talking about this target and I've had it set for a while now. And the target is, if I can get this thing to look actually correct. But yeah, look at that move. Look at the daily just continuing to rip 5 days straight, 4 days straight. And my target is 141 here for Ondo, and we're continuing to rip. What goes up must come down. We're getting far away from the 21-day moving average. Ondo booming to the upside for massive gains. Sam got me into Ondo at 57, learned about it here. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the game. Doubling up on Ondo at 57. Unbelievable. GROK is another call in the channel. Out the cup and handle that we talked about. We broke it down. Said it's likely going to run. It so far is up another 30% since I brought it out. You can see this cup, this bigger handle. And it's kind of like an inverted there, but we saw this falling wedge too that broke on out. And if it can break above this 1.5 level, it's gone. It's going to gap right back up 2 cents. I see it has legs all the way to 2.4. or 3-4, sorry, all the way to 3-4 for GROK. So only time will tell, but that thing looks like we're getting a bit of a move here to the upside. I could be wrong. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it looks pretty nice to me. All right. And once we break above that level, I mean, this thing looks hot. So these are the coins that have been hot. We've talked about them. We went over them. They've been ripping in your face. They continue to rip bonk. It will probably continue to pump. The memes are hot right now. They're really leading the move back, and people can't believe it. I think people are in awe. They don't understand. And you don't have to understand. That's why I like TA. TA teaches you, you don't have to get it. You just have to let it. I just made that up, but that's kind of what it means. It means like, just got to let it happen, man, and get into it. Girls and guys, ladies and gents, you know. Bonk looks like it's going to continue to the upside. It looks pretty bullish to me too as well. It's just been in this bullish trend, respecting that 200 MA there on that 15. And it's got a bigger target way further up. 4-hour reset and ready to rock again too. I see it headed all the way back, you know, since the beginning of the trade. We could set the target at 0.5, and this thing's been on its way. So we set the trade there. It's still there. Stop loss can be brought to break even at this point. 5 to 7 risk reward ratio, one of the best ever. The stop loss never got hit. Everyone complains, my stop gets hit every time. This one never got hit. I prove it time and time again. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade, right? I haven't said that in a long time. That's the old school statement. Okay. Can you look at TIA? Can you look up Kendu? Keep seeing hype everywhere. Apparently, Shitoshi is involved. I guess so. Micro win and whiff. All memes this Memorial Day weekend. Who spilled the beans to the granny? You're so funny, man. Granny, let me tell you the story about a little coin called whiff. I need you to put all your money in. My man, can you check out Rio? God bless you, brother. Let's take a look at RIO. USD. That was a joke just now, what I just said. Just make sure. That was a joke. I like really, I'm personally in it. I'm looking at it on the weekly, which is a big time frame. I get it. But it's reset beautifully. Hit the 786. You know, it's moving up. Low stochastic. And this thing just screams buy to me. And I was DCAing all when it came down on the lows on the daily in this area. And it may reset, it may come and go up, but it's getting tight moving averages. It already bounced off the 786. I just don't see how over time it doesn't make a big move here to 4.7. All right, Rio, RIO, Rilio. And the weekly looks absolutely beautiful. I'm in it. I've talked about it. I've gone over it till I was blue in the face. When it's up here at 477, I'm going to say, hey, remember when I blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is. Only the strong survive in these markets, and the people who are paying attention and the pullbacks, right? Shout out to the fan funding. We got ApeCoin from my man Ernest Lee. Ernest, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Let's take a look at our baby ApeCoin on Coinbase. I think ApeCoin is going to be, you're looking for their council, head of council, and Ernest Lee would like to do it. We got to find out how we can vote for Ernest. We'll get the community behind Ernest, and we'll talk about it. But I just got a little word about it today, so I'm just bringing it up real quick in good faith. But we'll talk about it too. I just saw literally like maybe 10 minutes ago the stream before the stream started. So a bit of a double bottom for Ape, showing signs of a possible, double bottom. Can it break on out? And then it needs to break through this resistance. Crazy that it got so low. They hammered it down. ApeCoin, the lowest I've seen it really in a long time, 131 for Ape. Needs to break out of this to the upside. Suggests that it can. I mean, how much more lower can it go? The weekly suggests it has to reverse at one point, but only time will tell for ApeCoin. I like to look that on the macro because it's so, it's been through a lot. So I think the macro is the best. Let's take a look at ENA, Athena, and I showed you exactly how to play BTC. Some people might look at me like, with their head scratching and not realize what happened there. But playbook was given, whether you realize it or not. I love this coin. I think it's hot. It could do numbers. I'd like to see it previous supporters resistance and get that bounce to the upside back to 1 bean. And major resistance here too at about 87 cents. I don't own this coin at all. I've been thinking about getting in. That low is probably really nice at 84. I can't believe it's back to 91. I mean, actually, I remember when it just, it was just back at 60 in 6 days ago. This thing was 70 cents. So it made a nice jump back to the upside, ENA. I was just more into getting, what I was focused on, which is my RNA and my Caspa, my Rio. I wasn't into getting this coin. I kind of wanted to get this coin, but you can't buy everything. Like, you could have a 10 grand bag, or you could have 5 grand of ENA and 5 grand of Rio. And I just felt like it was better off to get more of the coins that I already knew and liked. Even though I think ENA could do numbers, at one point there has to be a no, right? You can't own everything. You just can't. RIP to the Doge Dog. Yep, Kabusu. We feel so bad, and we hope that the memorial service went well for young Kabusu. Young Kabusu. I mean, it is in human years, but as a dog, it was old. But probably it's like 19 years, something like that. But I'd like to see this stay above this previous resistance point. Stay above, the support. Stay above 90. Let's take a look at Render from my man Stas in the house. And Render's been hot. If everything is going to pump, and it's, thank you, Sam. Yes, you are right. I'm running for ApeCoin DAO Special Counsel. Thank you for the shout out. God bless you, Ernest Lee, for another $20 super chat. You didn't have to be so lovely. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. May God bless you for that. Take a look at really on the bigger time frame, and you can see we're kind of making some type of flag here. That's a little flag there, right? You can almost see. And bigger time frame, you just, we want to see some consolidation. It could even come all the way back down. I don't mind, somewhere to 820, 812 and get tight. Those are some levels to watch here for Render, and go all the way to 20. Resistance at 13. And you could be anywhere in the world, but you're kicking it with me. I greatly appreciated that. That's the coolest thing in the world. So awesome. But I'm looking for Render to make some gains here. I like what I'm seeing here for Render. If it ever breaks above this key level quickly, but the daily suggested it may break out of the flag, see? We may make it a little tighter here. This is what I'm talking about. Looks a little more bullish to me. If not, it will make the bigger channel, and you never know for sure. But that looks really bullish to me. Render looks like it's going to break. And it's going to break soon. I don't own any Render, and it doesn't, and the team didn't reach out to me. No one's like, hey, talk about Render. You got a big show. I know people will know. I don't do that. I don't do that. But Render, it's just the one that's going to likely, when the market moves, Render's going to move fast. People are fiending for it. They're going to buy in. Then the market, it's going to pump. All right. It's obvious to me. Again, I don't know if it's obvious to you. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that looks for opportunity in the markets. And I see opportunity in Render. Just writing down my thoughts here to the trading group so they don't forget. You might not be here. You might be with your family running around. You'll get this little thing sent to your phone. That's the beauty of the trading group. There's always someone getting hit and oh, boom. Oh, I'm getting that message, right? Anybody, everybody, it's Memorial Day weekend. Get back to your family. Go back to doing what you're doing. I'm going to jump on out of here for the night. We appreciate you all. We love you. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the love. $50 in chat revenue. 750 beautiful people here. $350. 350 awesome likes. And again, it's back to this. Just watch this 7-minute. This will be your name. Look at that beautiful pump coming out like it's supposed to. Rounded bottom. That's about to boom. Run that long with me. I'm long, baby. I'm long. We pumping, baby. We pumping. Memorial Day long to 70K. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow morning for another beautiful update. We will battle through this awesome weekend. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning. God bless. Thank you so much for your time. Stay blessed.